Okay, Ringwalk Media, we're over to VIP Bolton show. What a great performance, Ricky Hatton from Bayan Khalil.
Yeah, absolutely. With a very, very durable opponent, very, very tricky. He was good at judging the distance. He knew when to open up. He was throwing big swings, which Bayan had to be careful with. He had to be very, very tight. Got caught with a couple of big swings. But yeah, ultimately another good performance. He looked very, very strong. He was in command. His jab was working well. Got caught with a few big swings, but I think the second and third round, he knocked it up a gear. He started changing, his distance. He was smothering his work a little bit. He was landing his first attack and then falling in and allowing his opponent, to grab him. But I think, as you could see in the second round, he was, this third and fourth round, he'd throw his combinations. When the fellow went to grab him, he'd edge back a little bit to get his second attack in. And when he did that, I think if he'd have done it 2 rounds early, we might have had the kid in trouble. But it's all learning. I mean, the fact is that a good thing for me as his coach, I said to him in the corner, I said, listen, you're smothering your work, you see him grab you, ease back and make space for your second attack. And you know what, that's what he did. So that's made my night. It's when they're listening and when they listen and they put it right. So yeah, delighted with him tonight, yeah.
I mean, he's gone to 3-0, but he's learning really quickly, isn't he? The difference between his first fight and his third fight is a massive difference.
Yeah, massive difference. He's very, very strong. He's got the confidence now where he can sit in there. Likes to sit in a little bit too much, actually. That's what I mean about smothering his word. He's got to judge that distance from medium range to close range, you know what I mean? And spot when they're going to grab you. These journeymen, they're very clever. They'll throw a big swing and then they'll try and grab you, you know what I mean? You've got to go in and then step back a little bit and make the space, for the attack. And he did that in the second and third round, and look at the success he did. So he's going to go back, he's going to watch that and say, listen, we were right there, Bob on, put it right next time.
More often than not, boxers at the early stages of their careers, they have the journeyman they're going to beat. But this kid, he's had 76 fights now. He's only ever been beaten twice by KO. He's never ever gone down. So this has been a really good test for Bayan.
We didn't come here for the KO tonight. We come here for a learning fight. We come here for rounds. And I think, Bayan, he doesn't need me to tell him now. He's only young in years, but he knows his boxing and everything like that. But I mean, he was lunging well for the distance, you know what I mean? But he was only getting his first attack off. I said, you need to go again with a second attack. But when he was going for the second attack in the first 2 rounds, he was falling in and smothering his work. I said, listen, you've got to go in, land your first attack, have a little sit there and see what he does. And when the kid then went to grab him, he'd either forearm him and then through his second combination, or ease his feet back through his second combination. So for him, nothing more pleasing for a coach is when you say some advice in the corner and your boxer, carries it out. And that's what he did round 3 and 4. So delighted with him tonight. Very proud again, yeah.
Yeah, he's certainly coming on. And somebody else who was supposed to be boxing tonight, Jack Murphy, unfortunately was taken ill this week. Such a shame for Jack because he was looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, Jack was flying. He was performing dead well in the gym. I think it's one of them freakish things. We don't have much sun, do we? And I think Jack went in the back someone's back garden, I think, and probably stayed in a little bit longer than he should have. He didn't get sunstroke or anything like that, but a day in the sun when you've got an 8-round spar the following day, probably not the not the best thing to do. But listen, Jack's going to have a very exciting future. I'm very excited about Jack. He's just a little bit of bad luck, that, you know what I mean? We've all been there, haven't we? Had a little bit of extra sun, especially when we're young. So, Jack's got nothing to worry about. VIP's going to get in fights here, there, and everywhere. So, we'll be out on one of the next shows, I'm guessing.
Listen, Bayan, come on in because he's just stepped in. Just talking to Ricky about your performance. He's rated it about 2 out of 10. No, he hasn't really, but a really good performance. And you listened well to your coach.
Yeah, I always do. Coaches Blaine and Ricky both know best. Third, in the second round, Rick gave me some instructions and I listened to them, and I was getting more success off when I did.
And that third round, Ricky was saying that you need to stop smothering and start getting movement, and it really made a difference, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It definitely made a difference. I found like I was found my range a bit better, and I was getting more success, landing the bigger shots.
And you enjoyed that. What was your performance out of 10 for you on that one?
Do you know what? I'm critical on myself. What I'm going to say 6.5, 7.
Well, listen, that fighter, as we were saying to Ricky, 76 fights. He's only ever lost twice by KO.
Yeah. No, do you know what? He was a tough opponent, and quite tricky, to be honest. I'd say toughest opponent I've come across yet.
Well, listen,
76 fights, he's only been knocked out twice, and we've come from the amateurs where I think he'll admit, where he was speed and movement and powder puff type, you know what I mean, to someone that's only been knocked out twice, bullied him. It's certainly in the third and fourth round, and he should be proud of that. Just someone who's only been knocked out twice in 76 fights, they was able to put it on him and bully him and really hurt him in the third and fourth round. And I saw him when he was knee high to a grasshopper. This fella, do you know what I mean? To see him now bullying fighters such as that, not the best in the world. Let's not kid ourselves. But he's only been knocked out twice in 76 fights, so to put it on him and bully him like he did in that third and fourth round, box ticked for us tonight, yeah.
Definitely a box ticked, onwards and upwards. There's no rush, of course, but like I say, you were pleased with that performance and a really good learning fight.
Yeah, definitely a good learning fight, and these are the fights I need. These are the fights that are going to bring me on.
Listen, you've got a great team around you. You've also got a good set of sponsors, including a couple of new ones. So go on, tell me about your sponsors.
Gladstone Barbers and Bistro, all on the back. Zen Seats, Ticket Company, Rafe Clothing Company, and Made in Manchester Festival.
And of course,
The bistro obviously gets a thumbs up from me. I've frequented it a few times.
well, listen, lads, great performance, good team effort tonight. Well done.
Thank you.